obviously a big-time win for us. Not only it's our fourth straight game against an opponent from the state of Florida that's important to us, being state champions. And of course, starting ACC play on the road against a top 20 team and finding a way to get it done. Really took control of the game early in the second half and allowed some things to let them work their way back in the game, make it interesting. But all in all, just a tremendous effort by our guys. Every coach, every member of this organization really poured into the bye week and just really studying up and game planning what they do on offense and defense, which is very different than what they did a year ago. And certainly really proud of our players for the way they played tonight. So questions, please.
Mario, you wanted one of the state champs signed in the locker room. Tell me about what it means to have that.
I mean, that's always, it's such a big deal. This has nothing to do with me, but I played here, and I know what it means to play in this game, especially up here in Tallahassee, and what a victory means, especially in a game that it's been years since both teams were ranked in the top 20, top 10, and so many high school rivalries, players playing against each other, it lasted an entire year, man. It's such an important thing. I mean, being a University of Miami Hurricane means that this game, you find a way to get it done. It's always been part of the DNA. And credit to them, Coach Norvell, he's got a really good football team, and they prepare really well, and they play hard. But credit to the guys in our locker room, they found a way to get it done.
Mario, the job that Carson did in the passing game, especially with some of the explosives off the turnovers, what can you say about his performance today?
He was on fire. He did a great job. Certainly the momentum swing of the interception and the flea flicker for a touchdown. We go for it on 4th and 1. I think he hit one after that. 4th and 2 pass, ended up breaking for a touchdown. He made a lot of really, really good plays there. At the end, almost made another one. There was pressure up the field, but if he hits that one, it's another touchdown. So his leadership, the way he pours into preparation, into his teammates, everything about him is just, it screams winner. And we're glad he's on our side, and certainly looking forward to getting better.
What are your thoughts on Malachi and the way he performed tonight through those 3 quarters?
What are your thoughts on Malachi?
I think he's the best freshman in the year.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him that he has a long ways to go. He's got to keep working. But I'm glad that he's impressed you, because I know you know your stuff really well. But look, Malachi. If you watch Malachi on his dailies, it wouldn't surprise you. And I don't like handing out praise, especially for young guys like that. But man, if everybody did what Malachi does, their performance levels would go through the roof. He is an early guy. They try to correct it before he even gets to the sideline kind of guy. It means the world to him, and his teammates mean the world to him. It's a shame that we were at wide receiver. We motioned and we worked our way to the line of scrimmage and got the flag. You would have had another big time play that really could have put the game in a great spot for us. So now, since you praise him, I got to push him that much harder all week long. So they'll send you a thank you.
Mario, with the defense, just what stood out through the first 3 quarters, and then what are you hoping that you guys can correct from when FSU started making that push in forward?
Well, I think the 4th quarter is when they got a chunk of their yards. The play count was up at 80 plus. I think it was 83, if I'm not mistaken. I thought after the first drive, when they drove down and we held them to a field goal, they really got their cleats in the ground and started playing really good football. Collapsing the pocket, staying in our rush lanes, getting the quarterback on the ground, slamming down the run game. I thought we were really good in coverage. We mixed up our coverages and our pressures really well. You check, they check, you check. It's a big cat and mouse game, a game of chess between the coordinators. And Corey Heatherman called a great game. Thought the guys up front, they went. Certainly some things to fix, but all in all, just a tremendous effort by the defense.
Mario, I know there was a lot of things you wanted to fix when you got here, but the physicality of this team and the improvement, especially in the trenches, just what does that mean to you, just to see that growth in the physicality?
I mean, again, it really doesn't matter what it means to me. It really doesn't. I couldn't care less about how I feel or what. I mean, this is all about the Canes. It really is. It's about just a group of awesome young men and women that are part of this organization that have bought into a philosophy, a belief system that is all about doing your very best by people and helping them develop into the best they can be, and with that, playing physical and violent football. Within the snap the whistle between the lines, not in another way. And we're gaining a lot of ground towards that. And we're not all the way there yet, but certainly you see the play at the line really it's really become different, and I think the appetite continues to grow. So we're back at it on Monday. We'll give them tomorrow off. We get back late tonight, but so we could get better at it. We've got some really big games coming down the line, but I don't know. I hope that answers the question.
Mario, you're always very critical, even in wins, because you demand a pretty high standard. I'm wondering, as a coach who has a team from our standpoint that seems very special and able to compete with anybody in the country, when can a coach in your position, when can anybody on your staff, if at all, acknowledge that you guys might have something special here?
Well, I don't think you deny that you have something special going on. I just think you spend your time on assessing and analyzing the things you can get better at, because whatever shows on film that you're not good at, it's going to get exposed. I mean, I don't know what the results of some of the games were today, but when we were headed out the hotel, it seems like everybody was about to get upset. Because again, it's playoff football now. It's conference games, right? Everybody's alive. Everybody knows your warts, your holes, your ticks, And so if you refuse to believe that other teams have very good players and very good coaches, if you refuse to acknowledge that the holes that you have need to be fixed in order to keep getting better, you're not going to last very long in this league and in this profession. So it's we want to establish that DNA, and we've got a long ways to go.
Mario, you touched on it a little bit earlier, but the turnovers, the 2 picks, and fumble recovery, just how big were those in kind of stymieing their momentum and keeping you guys kind of going?
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, those are momentum changers. They really are. I mean, both of them were. And it's a trademark of Coach Heatherman's defenses over time. These players, as you can see, they're bought into it. And quite honestly, a lot of those guys you have to, like right now, get them fired up because they're disappointed they didn't make more plays. So it's a good thing. I don't want to feel like that. A win out here is supposed to feel like a win out here, but there's a lot of pride in performance and an acknowledgement of the things we got to improve upon.
A few more questions.
Obviously, the Canes in the 80s and 90s were known for being loud, talking trash, and CJ Daniels got caught on camera like doing the Seminole War chant and stuff like that. Like, do you encourage that to be themselves?
No, we don't, man. Look, I know I've said it before. If you cut me open, I'm orange and green, bleeding all over the place. And there was a time in football that will never ever be matched again, in my opinion. We were crazy as can be, wild as I didn't belong on the field with those talented guys, but we are moving forward. We're not going back. We're not. We're taking the principles and values of all those awesome teams, the physicality of those teams, the playmaking ability, the togetherness, the brotherhood of those teams, and going forward and pushing Miami football to modern day football. You know what I mean? So, but no, I don't encourage that stuff, man. No, we're not watching 80s and 90s films.
Thank you, Coach.
That's it. Let's go Canes.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.